make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. I don't like, despise, hate, polite disrespect. Now, when you disrespect somebody, you meant to do it. And what I don't like about people who want to be polite about disrespecting you is they want to play stupid like they didn't mean to do it when you start to respond with disrespect. Because ultimately, you don't have to disrespect the person. And what I mean by that is sometimes people have snarky comments or they do disrespectful things, and then you go, "What the?" And it's like, "What? Don't don't overreact." Yes, I might have said that, and I might have did that, but you're going too far. I can see where this is going. Good. I'm glad you see where this is going, because that's where it's gonna go. I'm not a fan of passive aggressive behavior, and people like to be passive aggressive in the way that they approach people. Like when somebody insults you and then wants to act like the insult is above you, oh, you didn't quite catch that. No, you finna catch these hands. Some people are polite with their disrespect, and then they say stupid stuff like, why would we engage in fisticuffs? Yeah, that's savage. You're like, this is just a conversation. No, player. No, no, no. Because some people use words. People think they're fighting with words. And especially when it's like man to man, you don't fight with words. Like I've been in situations where you have a conversation with somebody, um, somebody's talking, and you say something, and you might just be talking to them, and you're talking, and then they don't want to hear what you're saying, and they walk off, and it's like, oh, okay, it's like that. Let's get it. Oh, man, I'm gonna just no. You said your piece, and it's not. This doesn't even have to be a disrespectful conversation. So two people having a conversation, and just because you don't like something, or you're not feeling something, you bail on the conversation. It's like, oh, so you just came to tell me X, Y, and Z, and that was supposed to be it. So why you just didn't say that initially, you know? And that becomes an issue. The other thing sometimes is, people like polite disrespect because you're only like and people got to watch this. Sometimes people are polite with you and disrespect you because your responses was going to be loud. You know what I'm saying? So they can always look like a victim. They could come up to you, say something, like I was watching a video, and people had the cameras chasing a guy because he called them a racial slur, called him the quote unquote N-word, right? White guy called black guy the N-word. Now, what normally happens is in those situations is somebody who's not black calls somebody black the N-word, and they do it real subtle and try to be slick. But if you smack the taste out their mouth, if you punch them in the next week, then they flop like an NBA player. Oh, I didn't say anything. I did nothing. I don't know where this came from. And this is why I hate polite disrespect, because it's a setup. And sometimes, just in my opinion, sometimes when people are politely disrespecting, what was that saying? You got to crush an ant with a sledgehammer. Because since it's a setup, because that's what it normally is. It's a setup. Like people who are politely disrespectful are people who want you to sign contracts. Oh, this is a good deal, da, da, da. And the whole time they're like, okay, I'm gonna screw this person over this way, and then the person finds out, whether it's double talking in the contract or some of the jargon or it used to be the fine print. Like, hey man, you screwed me over. Excuse me. But then the person's like, you signed it, you deal with it. That's your fault. And it's like, oh, Okay, so we came to an agreement. We made a fair deal. You decided to throw something in it that I wouldn't have agreed to. And now I'm the one holding the bag and I'm screwed. And you're polite because on the back end you're supposed to get paid. But I'm not supposed to hit you with a bat. Because I'll sue. And that becomes an issue because people who are like that, man, you gotta take into consideration, this is a country of cowards, liars and manipulators. And a lot of times to be that, you hide behind being nice, good, and polite, so people won't see you coming. Or you disarm people with politeness, and then you disrespect them on the back end, and because it's not loud, it's not supposed to be responded to. And the real reason, ultimately, why I hate this is because a person will play victim for life for being a polite disrespecter when they deserve whatever they get. And the problem with that is they have to politely disrespect multiple people for people to figure it out. Now, when that happens, it's game over for them. But for other people, they got to deal with a lot of unnecessary shenanigans from that. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe to that. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you.